Boom! Problem solved! Deconstructed! Yellows!
Hello and welcome everyone to Response on Play. Hope you guys are having a good day today as we have yet another episode for you. We got some things to talk about. We got Rebel Frontier. We got the Chicago Regional coming up. And also, Godzilla just came out, about a week ago at this point? Actually, just a few days. It came out Friday. So, some exciting things to talk about. But before all that, I'm Andrew, and I'm joined by...
Steph, and I've got 5 boxes of Godzilla to open after this episode.
I'm Jake,
Only 5.
and I've got a rock.
I'm Bryan, and I've only got 1 box left to open after this episode.
And I'm James. I've got 5 of Steph's boxes to open.
Wow, everybody's just so cool with their Godzilla product that they're just waiting to open.
Yeah, I'm actually really jealous of Jake over there with his Godzilla rock.
Wait, it's the Godzilla rock?
Well, I mean, we were all talking about product, so
It was a rock
it was
lobster.
Oh, I was gonna say it's got the googly eyes just kind of glued onto the rock. It's actually the Shin rock.
Yeah, why not? Makes sense to me.
Sounds great.
But yeah, we'll get to Godzilla a little later in the episode. But the first thing we want to start with is Rebel Frontier. It's Universe's new original IP that they are starting to push out, I guess you could say. They don't have like a whole set or anything centered around this Space Frontier, Rebel Frontier IP as of yet. There's actually an article that we'll have linked in the description that goes into detail about the IP, the characters. They actually named 2 characters, Akane, who is an ex-cop turned bounty hunter, and there's also the character Rin, who is a carefree young woman who grew up on a mining colony.
Wait, Andrew.
On Saturn's ice moons, whatever that means.
Andrew, you said they named 2 characters? Most people, when they make an IP, they name all their characters.
Okay, well, in this article, they only named 2. But I'm sure there's more characters to come. But we don't have a whole lot of details, like a whole lot of information with Rebel Frontier as of right now. From what I understand, and what they showed off at Worlds, is this IP is going to be a way to reprint some pretty good staples, some promos, the quote-unquote good ones. I think they showed off 10 cards at Worlds. I don't recall.
It was either 10 or 12. Because I think we were told we were getting 24 cards with this treatment over OP.
Yeah, and I will say, with these promos, they look great.
Yeah, the mock-ups were sick.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any pictures to share. And also on the article, there's no promo art or anything of the cards.
Yeah, none of the cards, but I was like, we could show the phone wallpaper that you're allowed to download.
Yes, there is a phone wallpaper that you can download. That's the only art besides, I guess, the article banner at the top of the article of Rebel Frontier.
That we have access.
But I mean, I'm excited for this as someone who was a big fan of just Red Horizon, an original IP of Jasco Games. I do like that UVS Games has their own IP here. I've been calling it Red Horizon 2.0. I know it's not really that necessarily, but I'm just excited to see an original IP.
What is Red Horizon? Because I don't know what that is, and there might be other people who don't know what that is. So
Red Horizon was an original property of Jasco Games, the previous owner for the Universus card game. I am a little fuzzy on the lore, but I do remember seeing all the characters, like what the characters did, but also the art for a lot of the characters of Red Horizon looked really good. And I want to say there was a couple cards because there was a couple Red Horizon sets as well. And I want to say there was a couple cards that were really good in the meta. I think there was an action, I think it was called Revoke? I'm blanking on the name of the action, but...
Yes, Revoke was very good. And
okay, yeah. I remember Revoke being a really good card. from Red Horizon. The most I can tell you is that I just really liked the character designs that I've seen. It just looked really promising. I wasn't too familiar with the lore. If there, I assume there was lore with it being an original IP. But I wanted to see more of it. I got into the game after it was starting to slowly get phased out. So kind of disappointed about that. But hey, we got a second chance here with Rebel Frontier, and I'm very excited with, like I said, the promos that they're going to be, the Rebel Frontier promos, reprints of the quote-unquote good ones. It's going to be pretty exciting. This will not extend the card's legality. So if it came out in, 2024 and we get a promo sometime this year, it'll still rotate in 2027.
True.
So this new promo won't extend legal play.
So on that, I do have some bad news. One of the cards that they did preview for us during that video was Filled with Doubt, which probably means that it's not getting banned or anything. So we're going to have to deal with that for its full rotation.
Wait, hold on.
I couldn't remember.
I
couldn't remember what the cards were.
Looking this up.
Jamie, pull up the clip.
Oh. I mean, that's fine. Why do we hate this card? This seems fair. This is fine.
It sucks. It sucks.
It's so
It's
annoying to play
boring.
into.
Is it? I guess
It's
I've never really
boring.
played into
okay.
it.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Filled with Doubt, the response is a simple response. After your rival plays an attack, seal it.
Yeah.
The big problem with it is it has the infinity symbol.
Yeah, I do think that's a big part of it.
So
Anyone
everybody
can play it.
Okay. See,
Everybody can play
Here's-
it, so you always have to play around it, and you're just like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play my game. It might just randomly get hand trap sealed. Like, I don't know. It's
here's
just-
my response. Here's my response to this. When Determined Advance came out, I'm saying you guys, but I think it was mostly Jake. You guys cried nonstop about Determined Advance, and then they gave us Filled with Doubt to deal with that, and now you're like, I hate Filled with Doubt.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'd rather deal with Determined Advance.
Okay.
Also,
yeah,
no one really plays Determined Advance anymore.
Yeah, what the hell's up with that?
That is
I love
first
that
off
card.
not true. I played into it several times at Worlds this year.
He
If you say
remembers.
So.
So I want
I
you.
didn't see that
I
at
want
all,
you to.
Worlds.
I want you to stop right there, right now.
I'm not stopping anywhere.
Yeah,
I mean,
So I think actually, let me flip the group take. I think Filled with Doubt's fine, especially because it is on the infinity symbol, which means anyone can play it. So if you're having troubles or you're just like, man, this one attack fucks my deck, you can just
Sure, but also the same argument for that is those decks that you're trying to break through or to slow down with Filled with Doubt can also use it against you, stopping you from trying
That's
to kill
perfectly
them, so it just
fine.
gives them more defense.
That's fine. It should.
I-
That's how cards should be. If there are cards that can stop oppressive attacks, and that means when they print something that's a problem and they wait 6 months to deal with it because it's not winning the regional, it's just topping all the regional.
Then we won't ban it at all because we'll have an answer.
Exactly. So then we have an answer.
So my problem is like
Yeah.
I just think it's too free. Like you think of cards that do similar-ish effects. Like the main one I'm thinking of is Genkai's Guidance, because sealing the attack and getting rid of it completely are relatively similar. Genkai's Guidance, you play the attack, it stays in your card pool, and you blow up 3 foundations. And Filled with Doubt is just like, I'll put this in my card pool, and it's like I don't know. It just I can't really explain too much of just like it just feels negative. It's like an MPE thing. It's like I don't know.
Yeah,
it doesn't
it's
feel
iffy.
good to play into.
I mean, it's and that's pretty much it. It's just
Like I don't
the
have a good
MP
reason
aspect.
really why I don't like it. It's just like not fun to play into.
I can tell you my reason that I don't like it is that I do not think something like that, sealing stuff, is in a handful of symbol identities. And I think it is silly to want to do symbol identity stuff and then put a main symbol identity effect on a card that everybody's allowed to play.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
fiddle with symbol identity, and it just overall just does, like we've been saying, it doesn't feel fun to play into. I will say, as someone who used Filled with Doubt in Worlds, I had several matchups where that card, I could tell my opponent was not happy when I put that card down, because they're like, oh, right, of course you have that, because everybody has access to that.
Mhm.
I think I played against a Sung Jin Woo round 3, and I saw Filled with Doubt even before I signed it in my 2 extra copies. I saw Filled with Doubt like every time to just shut off his key like shift cards. He didn't really get to play the game, all because I had a card that everyone could play.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of the feeling is you're like with Genkai's guidance, it's like, oh, you got me. You had the card and you did the thing and you blew up your foundations, whatever. And like Andrew said, the Filled with Doubt is kind of like a, oh, I've got my line, I'm going to start doing cool things. And then it's like, oh, of course you've got Filled with Doubt. And it's just like, that's kind of the feeling when it gets played against you. You're like, oh, cool. And then you just like feel sad about the rest of your turn and move on. Like, I don't know. Yeah, that's just kind of the feeling it
Here's
gets.
the starter of my combo. You got Ash Blossom? Great. Maxi?
Nobody gets those references. And also,
Don't speak Yu-Gi-Oh at me. Get out of here.
Andrew, what place did you get at Worlds?
I'm not saying Filled with Doubt won me was winning me games necessarily, but
I did. Boom. Problem solved. Deconstructed. Yellows. Get out of my
All right.
face. Filled with
All
Doubt's
right, here we go.
fine.
Right.
We now have factual on record. Jake says if a card doesn't win games, it's not a problem. If a card's
that's what
not
I'm
winning the
saying.
tournament, shouldn't be banned.
Exactly. I'm just using what I know about organized play and like the way they ban cards.
This man is eating his words. I can hear it through his
No, I'm eating your frustrations.
What's it taste like?
Liz.
Tears.
To get us back on track, I'm very excited to see what else we get from Rebel Frontier, because they also showed a little, I think it was like a minute-long video. It
Yeah, they
was
basically
more of
give
just,
us a mood vibe trailer.
Yeah.
yeah, basically of like what you can expect from Rebel Frontier. And honestly, I'm not out. Like sci-fi, I like sci-fi.
No, I'm so in. It looked so cool.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
the
cool.
arts that we did see, like, I was like, this is sick. I want a full set of this.
Yeah, same. Like I'm excited to see the cards in person.
Yeah, they showed off some borderless ones, and I was like, "Wow, have they even done that before?" Where they're like true borderless. They look nice.
Yeah, they look great. I'm super excited to see this. But again, there's not a whole lot of information on this, besides that they're going to be reprinting existing cards to
Mostly
basically
just
show
to,
off this IP. But
oh yeah, I
also
was like to make things cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's I mean, from like a business perspective, I think it's really smart too. Like,
yes,
because instead of having to rely on like contracts with like other IPs, they can just say, well, we also have our own IP that we can fall back on that we can do whatever we want with, which makes
Exactly.
a lot of sense. I mean, obviously, Magic does that. It sounds like Universus did that before when they were Jasco. I don't know anything about that, but I'm excited to have something that is like personal to us, like to people who really like Universes, that we can kind of hold it and say like, this is my baby, not Hitch's baby, ours.
Yeah,
I agree, and from what I understand, I'm not really an old head, so feel free to
just
correct
plays
me
one on
in the
TV.
comments. Yeah, exactly. Red Horizon wasn't one of those IPs to basically what Rebel Frontier is doing, where it can be a sort of fallback for like reprints and such. To my understanding, Red Horizon was like its standalone like IP for just sets to stick in with like the regular standard rotation. It wasn't like reprinting old cards because like contracts ran out with other IPs or whatnot. Maybe there was, and I'm just not realizing that. But from what I can just understand is just Red Horizon was an IP to be used in the game, just to have another IP
I also
to use.
think it was evergreen. I want to say it was like one of those sets that you technically could always play it. Cards from it were always legal in standard at the time. I don't know 100% if that's true. I just feel like I remember being told that.
Right.
So, down in the comments, I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong.
But with that said, let's move on from Rebel Frontier, moving from space, outer space, back down to Earth, because the Chicago Regional is just around the corner.
It's that windy shitty.
Ish, Windy City.
You're moving from space down to Earth. Is the same timeline as Rebel Front.
No, it takes place a long time ago.
Oh, okay. So wait, Chicago takes place a long time ago?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure our timelines are staying accurate.
Nah, we don't need to worry about that time travel and
I
whatnot.
mean, and we don't know where it came from, and we don't know where it went.
But with the Chicago regional, the first regional of 2026, the round 1 regional, is coming out. Is going to be next month. Coming out next month, like it's a freaking product release.
It's coming out next month.
Yeah, it's going to be here next month in April, April 17th through the 19th, at the Crown Plaza, Chicago O'Hare. I believe it's a hotel.
Yes, we're not at the airport.
I sadly won't be able to attend Chicago, but I really hope that all who do go have fun. What are your guys' thoughts with Chicago?
I'm excited.
Considering you went last year.
I mean, I didn't go to Chicago last year.
Oh no, not Chicago. I'm sorry. Got Chicago and freaking Colorado mixed up for some reason. I'm sorry. They're like nowhere near each other.
They're not. You're like, you really need to probably recheck your geography stuff. But
No, I hate maps.
fair. I'm excited. I have been to Chicago before. It's just not very recent, and definitely not for a card game. I went when I was in high school.
Also with this whole OP structure for these events, there's only 4 major regionals, and so we have the first one in Chicago. The one next will be in Las Vegas, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Round 3 will be in Dallas, and round 4 will be in Atlanta. So there's these major hubs that have proven to be favorable spots for the community. I know last year everyone loved the Atlanta regional. Also, we had Worlds at the same venue we had 2024 Nats, and everyone, both times, for Nats and Worlds, everyone loved the venue. It's a great place.
Yeah, I really like that
So-
they're kind of sticking the events in regional hub areas, so that way there are nice cheap flights, a lot of like direct flights and things like that. I think that's a really big deal.
Very
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
This is going to be like you said, this is the first regional in kind of this like new format that they're trying. So from what I can tell and from what I'm hoping, I hope that it's beefed out, kind of like beefed out. I don't think that's a that sounds
I don't think that's a
horrible.
thing people say.
I hate
Beefed
that.
out.
I hate that. Oh my god. Anyway, I was trying to say beefed up and fleshed out, and so I like mixed it together. Fleshed up also sounds horrible.
Fleshed up and beefed out.
Next speaker.
I really hope this next regional takes inspiration from Buffalo Bill.
No.
I hope they really kill this thing. You know what I mean, guys?
But like literally.
I hope that it's I hope that it is more robust. Okay. We'll say more robust. I hope that it's more robust, similar to how Worlds was, where there's like, and it looks like it is, with like a lot of side events and a lot of stuff going on for the scrubs like me who don't want to play in the tournament, or the scrubs like me who scrub out early in the tournament. So it's like Friday, they got a lot of cool stuff going on. In the side events, they've got 3v3s, premier teams. I don't know how that's different from teams.
It's because they're doing they're like trying to support those side formats.
Yeah, but how's it different from normal teams?
Pricing.
Oh, fair. Oh, okay. So it's it's the better teams with better pricing. Okay, that's kind of cool. I've never played teams before. I might try that out.
We
depending on how
do need
poorly
to try
you
and
guys
play
do.
teams.
We do need to try to play.
Now that
play a team
we're a
event.
team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they've also got like
Yeah.
the card slinging, which is really cool, playing against UVS staff. Hero 2, I haven't tried that format yet. I might with like Bakugo or something. The retro 1K.
I wanted to.
Retro with the 1K prize pool. That's pretty cool. I don't play retro, but
That's
really cool.
It is cool.
And then something else that's like on demand that I noticed, and I guess on demand is just so that you can get prize tickets, is you can just play standard on demand. So they've got these on demand 8+ man pods. So probably what happens is you go up there and say, hey, I want to play standard and get tickets. Then they'll be like, okay, who else wants to play? And then you'll just get a bunch of people together. So that like, even if
Yeah.
you're not playing the tournament, you can just play cards and like get prize tickets for it. So I'm really happy that they're doing that. I'm excited to test it out. I was gonna play in Chicago, but now I'm like, well, maybe I should just like see how the side event stuff goes instead.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's great. It's great to just have a sort of schedule just to see how everything's going to be laid out for what day.
Mhm.
I mean, it was great. It was great for Worlds. Like,
That was
I think that
awesome.
was one thing that everyone loved was just seeing everything planned out in front of us so we could, schedule accordingly. Especially for us Yahoos who like to do content.
Yeah.
Makes it easier to try to do content in between different events.
Mm-hmm. They'll have a
also-
lunch on the schedule.
Yeah, 1 hour lunch. I was actually getting ready to mention that.
Well,
1 hour
I did it
lunch.
first.
Post round 3. Okay, well, my bad. Quinn.
I'm
James.
leading now. Step back, Andrew.
Sorry, Zarina. We should have known better.
It's like, you suck at this. Get out of my way. It's my episode now. But I really like the Retro 1K. They mentioned this. Pretty sure they mentioned this at Worlds, unless I'm making this up. When they had their whole announcement about what's to come with 2026 going into 2027, they mentioned this 1K tournament for Retro, and I appreciate Retro. I know a lot of people are like, why would ever want to do that? That sounds freaking crazy and nuts. And that's why I like it, because it's crazy and nuts. I love the silly things that you can do in Retro. I greatly appreciate the format. And I like that the people who really love to play Retro have something to kind of practice for. Lately it's just been like a side event thing, hasn't had like a big spotlight. But with this, it's also a main event for Chicago. The 1K Retro event is a main event feature, which is great for all that care about Retro, that like to play Retro. And I'm super stoked for all those players.
Yep. Same.
All right, don't say anything. Don't say everything at
We
once.
have a lot of strong feelings about Retro, clearly.
Now,
only me, clearly.
so I do think it's really cool that we are supporting our side events more. I think that's really important. Supporting reasons why I should be keeping my older cards, those kinds of things. Like really making it feel like, well, I've invested all this time, invested all this money, and as I keep going, then I'm more and more likely to want to touch my old cards, do my old stuff, do these things that I thought were really cool back in the day again. And now there's a reason to do that.
Yeah, agreed. Also, with kind of to that same point, there's also Hero 2 scheduled for side events throughout the whole weekend. And that is a format I have yet to play. I've had deck ideas cooked up, had a Nago list, had an Eno list. I was trying to work on an Armin list. Like, I was looking at these characters, I was like, oh, this would be so cool in Hero 2. Oh, this would be sick. And I could never settle on a list and just didn't build one and bring one. So I've kind of felt like a freaking goober. I was like, I should play Hero 2. Oh, I don't have anything. Well, I'm not just going to play 2 challenger decks put together for Hero 2. That sounds dumb.
Word.
But I sadly can't go to Chicago. Kind of sucks because it looks like I'm going to miss out on a lot of fun here. But that's okay. There's always Vegas or Dallas.
Yeah, I'm really
For
excited
sure.
for everything that's coming up with the next regional series. Everything this year. I think the changes that we saw at Worlds was really cool, and I'm just really excited to see what they have planned for everything going forward in the future.
I know we talked about
Like-
prizing in like a episode a long time ago, but I want to reiterate that the prizing looks really cool. You get like a deck box for I think just a finalist and a champion, maybe. No.
Yeah, I know we're doing a deck box with the city, like a skyline of the city. That
Yeah,
you
top
are
8
in.
gets a deck box. Top 4, I don't know. Someone in the top gets a deck box, and
It's
like
a day 2 prizing of some kind. I don't remember the
Yeah.
exact number because I don't think they posted it on here.
No, it's like
Yeah, I'm
on a
not seeing
linked
it.
article. I'm looking at it now. I just don't want to read all of it. 'Cause it'll take forever. But like, I'm assuming the deck box and sleeves, the skyline you're talking about. I'm assuming that's Chicago. It would be really
Yes,
funny
it's
if
supposed
it
to be
was
Chicago, Vegas, Dallas, and Atlanta.
Yeah, so it's like it's prizing that's like very specific to like the round that you played at, like the regional that you played at, which is like that's so cool. Like you have a memento to come back to. That was something we talked about and I talked about it in several podcast episodes, and I think James too, probably everybody, where we were like, yeah, we want stuff that's specific to, these regionals that we paid a lot of money and spent a lot of time to go to, so that we're not walking away with, not really much. So I'm really happy about it. I'm glad they're stepping up their game for prizing, and I'm not gonna get top because I'm probably not playing in the tournament, but I'm gonna need one of you two so that I can see this stuff in person.
Okay, well, who's gonna tell her?
I have
So
a-
we'll probably be doing interviews with the people who get them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but, like,
we
you
could
guys-
probably
then we could
see them
interview
that
one-
way too.
I also need one of you to top so we can like interview ourselves, because that would be so funny and so great, like I need one of you to top.
her?
Please.
Who's gonna tell her?
I'm huffing the copium. I think we can get there.
Yeah. That's my copium. I need it back, please.
Non-negotiable. One of us has to top.
Yeah.
Non-negotiable. If you lose, off with your head.
True.
I'll do
But-
my best.
Don't kill me, please. Yeah, I'm very excited with prizing kind of ramping up. Worlds, I feel like, was a good start, like a good showcase of that with how the prizing was handled for that. So it has me really excited for the rest of this year. Also, Worlds gonna be in the same year as all the regionals. Thank God. Like, this isn't football. Like, we don't have to wait till next year to actually have the grandiose tournament. We've talked about this before, multiple times, but I just felt like I just had to reiterate that here. So thank God. Thank the Rebel Frontier Gods, if they exist. That is the Chicago schedule. Be sure to keep your eye out for that. I believe signups are available right now, so you should secure your event ticket and flight as well,
True story.
and go and have some fun. But moving on from the regionals, we now move on to Godzilla.
Lizard.
Godzilla Reign of Kaiju came out this past Friday. And even before that, at Worlds and for all of us locally, like at our locals, we got to participate in pre-release events. Who do I want to pick on to share their thoughts on pre-release? You know what, Steph, you're a big Godzilla fan.
Who told you that?
As you,
I told you that in confidence.
you. Well, how was your experience with just the pre-releases overall?
Overall, really, really good. I have so far, the team has so far pulled one Anguirus Chrome from a pre-release kit, and then when I did my pre-release here, I pulled another Anguirus from my pre-release. So collectively,
Which is crazy.
we've pulled two Anguirus Chromes. Don't know how to say that word. Angie, yeah.
Angie.
So that was good, but also I just think I really like sealed formats, and I think I don't want to steal James's thunder, but it's like felt the best it's ever felt playing like Universus Godzilla sealed. Like 4 Universes Godzilla sealed has been the most fun I've had playing a sealed event. Like 4 Universes, and I feel like that was intentional because there are so many cards that say if your rival has cycled, do X.
Yes.
So it seems like they were really pushing that format.
Also, I don't think you're stealing just James's thunder. I think you're going to steal everybody's thunder because I think I am going to just go out on a limb here and just say we all feel pretty similarly about the pre-release experience. But let me not get ahead of myself. James, the Queen spoke of you. Speak.
Yeah, I think this is the best it's ever felt. Next. No, I'm playing.
All right.
He doesn't actually think that. That's why he's saying.
No, I mean, it
It's
has.
like,
It's,
you know what?
it's
I'm going to make
very
him look like a
fun.
freaking dummy.
I think the set feels like it was built with a bit of sealed in mind because of all the cards that are like, when you cycle, do X, and with 40 card decks, there's a higher chance that you will cycle. So I think that's pretty cool because there's like moments in these games where you're like kind of staring at each other for a little bit because you've only got 15 attacks probably. So if you've run out, then you're just kind of waiting till the end of the turn. And then as soon as someone cycles, you're like, oh, now my game is like exploded. I can do so many things. I can make them discard a card. My stuff doesn't count towards progressive. I get +5 damage. Like, it's just, I think that's very cool. And I like that a lot about the about the sealed experience for this set. I also just think the characters in general fit pretty well. I do think some of the characters that are like play a bunch of 5 difficulty attacks are a little bit harder to play in this set, just because, or like in sealed, just because you don't have things, a ton of things that do like check hacking and make it easier to play those 5s. But other than
So
that,
green.
Yeah, you don't have City Rampage.
okay, well
in
you
Sealed,
pulled the
too.
character that is City Rampage, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, it's sick. It's so fun.
But
I mean,
other than that, I think all in all, it's very good. I feel like the 7-handers are particularly good in the sealed environment. All the 7-handers feel extremely good. Shin Godzilla, Patra, Mothra, all kind of go super hard in sealed. And I don't know. I just think it's a ton of fun. Like, I have said this, we joked about it just a second ago, but legitimately, I have not had more fun in a sealed environment since this. Aside from this set, it is the most fun I've had in a sealed environment.
yeah, for sure. Like, it's very, like, playing in it myself as well. It feels just so fun. Like, I don't really know how else to put it. It just feels great, and like you said, all the characters just feel really good, especially in a sealed setting. And even outside of that, with what I've been looking at for some of the characters, and because I'm looking to play Patra, and after playing the pre-release, I have a lot of appreciation for Mothra, so I might look into see what I can do for Mothra as well. Like, there's just so much cool things that with these characters and just with this set in general that is just very fun. Jake, speak. All right, Bryan, your turn.
So anyway, what I was saying is, the big thing I really like about the pre-release is, well, the one we did at our locals, I played Space Godzilla, and I just I killed people. Having City Rampage on my character, pretty sick. Being able to go, yeah, man, here's a lot of 5s, especially with History's Greatest Monster in the pre-release pack.
Gonna play all these high 5s, bro. High 5, bro.
High 5, bro. But even on top of that, I played against Mothra twice and was able to get through both times. One of which tried to play me to a draw, and I put down like 30 foundations. Check our socials for the picture. And that person was no other than my backstabbing brother,
John Cena.
Andrew. He tried to play me into a draw for our pre-release because I was running this man's head in.
I couldn't get a text to really poke him early enough. He started to build up a stage. I hardly hit him at all. And it got to the point that if I wanted to play an attack, he was going to use Space Godzilla to make me pay extra hard for it. And I basically said,
I don't
nope,
want to do that.
Fuck you. I'm going to try to shoot for the tie.
And Andrew, did it work?
It almost worked.
It did not work.
It almost worked.
Yeah, so that was a funny game. And then I played James for my final game, and we had a slobber knocker of a back and forth. He ended the game with 2 HP left. It was a blast. I do really, really enjoy the sealed environment for this game. At least for this set. It feels good. There are characters that can play defensive if you want to play a defensive character. There are characters that just slam attacks if you want to play attacks. And I feel like it all meshes in this really perfect melting pot, because even when I was playing against like Mothra, who wants to block damn near everything, I still felt like there was a way to get through. I just had to play it.
Yeah, when you build like 30 foundations, like, who cares? Just play all the orange in your hand. Who cares?
Exactly. So, but that's what I mean is like, that was a different type of game. That was
like, I couldn't see your playmat with how many foundations and stuff were just on the board, like power tokens, your card pool, and just your stage. I couldn't see your playmat. There was that many cards on his board.
So that's why I think that it's really fun. There's so many different play paths, and I actually feel like every play path has been viable so far. Like, the 7-handers feel good.
And I'm happy about that, because I like playing my 7-handers And like I said, I've already been hyped about Batra, but playing the pre-release, I have been actually looking at Mothra. I was like, okay, well, what can I do here? Because that was actually pretty cool.
So yeah, I could sit here for another 15 minutes and kind of talk about how much I'm really set and how much I really am excited to continue playing.
Let's
All right,
let's
well,
do that
go
because
on.
I have
Do
no. I have questions. I have
Okay,
questions.
let's go. Let's hear them.
Do you okay? We talked a while, like a long while ago, when we first knew Godzilla was coming out, about how we really hoped the set was going to be juiced. Maybe I was the only one who said that. It's possible I was the only one who said that.
Well,
Is it?
we'll never know.
Do we think it's juiced now that we've seen some cards? Is
Do we
this a
think-
strong set?
I think the set is really strong. I feel like there's actually quite a bit in this set that does things, and we finally have the return of meaningful deadlock on a lot of cards, which is, in my opinion, juiced enough because I feel like you have just been able to build to the moon and not be punished.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of deadlock like answers for like a good while outside of Vile Seizing, or I think Without a Vision is really good deadlock, but you just haven't really seen that card. But so there's bits and pieces of deadlock hate, but it wasn't significant enough to deter people from like, nah, I'll just build a 20. You can't.
Well, and the problem is a
I'll
lot
block
of those
everything.
cards with significant deadlock hate, they didn't have other words on them that mattered.
Oh, especially in AOT 1, they would just have deadlock enhance or whatever on them, and that's it. And it was like, why would I play those?
For sure.
So I agree. And I do think that this set is starting off, is just very strong. Obviously, we still need to see it in the hands of, like in the competitive scene and all that. I only have the sealed experience of the set. But even then, the sealed experience felt really good. And it has me very curious for just the constructed setting for this set. I think it's pretty good, pretty strong.
I also agree that the set feels really good. There's a lot of cool effects in here. A lot of cool attacks and just like stuff that I want to do or figure out a way to make these like extra work.
I was surprised by I thought I was gonna really like the Godzillas that were coming out, and they do look really cool and do really like them, and I thought I was really gonna like Mothra. What I didn't expect is that I would like the slime guy.
Fedora?
Like, yeah, like he came out and I was like, he's really funny looking, and like that was about the extent of what I thought about him. And then like I played against a bunch of Hedoras in pre-release, and then also like as me and James are opening cards, I was also like seeing the words on his cards. He looks fun. Like he looks good. Like I was not expecting to see that character and be like, I need to play him, but like I kind of want to play him.
Yeah. Also, his acidic sludge.
That card's
I think
messed
that card.
up. I think that card's
That
super
card
cool.
is dope. I love that card. So it's great because I have a Beauregard list from Heroes of Alexandria. Of course, I'm building a crit roll character.
Of course.
Can't stop
but
yourself.
I can't stop myself from building bad decks. I'm sorry. It's in my genes. But it's very cool to have Acidic Sludge. Spend the momentum to put 2 cards from your discard pile on top of your deck. You play 6 checks. You put on water. You put Syndicate Target on top of your deck. And then you say, cool, I'll discard this attack with bow. I need to check a 6 to multiple 2. Oh, look at that. I checked a 6, multiple 2.
Yeah.
Not
I mean
quite multiple, but
the way it works with Hedora, as James explained, because I won't take credit for this, is he was like, so we were going through cards and we saw a bunch of like Hedora cards had deflect on it, and he was like,
yes,
why do these all have deflect? And then I was like, oh, I think I remember something about unblocked. And so it was like, yes, if you take damage from an unblocked attack, like stuffs his rival's card pools or something. But the other thing,
both card pools.
it's just rival. It's I
just
think
rival?
right. I think it's just rivals.
After you take damage from an unblocked attack, your rival adds the top card.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
rival.
It's the response
Yes.
commit. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're stopping them from like going crazy on you. But then the other thing he noticed was with Acid Sludge or whatever that card is called was, oh god, what was it? It was like, I don't remember. Can you do you remember, James? Or it was like it was with the block mod for when you burn, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just his other ability. After an attack deals damage, you mill 1, and then they lose X health. So, like, I was playing against someone in pre-release and they topped like a 4 or 5 block off the top of their deck, and I was like, yeah, I guess I'll just randomly take 11.
Yeah, so with Acid Splash or whatever it's called, you can take those cards that have like the high block mod and like put it on the top, right?
Yes, it's got it's got the blitz where you can take 2 cards from your discard pile, put them on top of your deck. So yes, you can stack. If you're like, this is your 3rd attack, they are pretty sure you can't block anymore. You're like, I'm gonna put a high block mod and then like a 5 check, and then so that way you mill, and then you also know what your next check is gonna be.
Yeah, like so that's like that's so fun to like be doing passive damage like that. I wouldn't think that like I of all people would be into that, because normally I just play like caveman bonk aggro where I don't have to think about it. But I like that's also a method of not really thinking about it, because it's like I'm just doing damage and not really having to work for it.
Yeah, I agree. Acid Slime, the UR, is very, very cool.
I think I called it every name except Acid Slime.
That was the joke I was making.
Oh, okay.
I was like, that's also not the name.
Oh, what's the actual name?
Acidic Sludge.
Oh, I was close-ish then. Okay.
We knew which one you were talking about.
Yeah.
Which is the most important part. But yeah, I remember playing this in the pre-release and just being like, yeah, man, I'm gonna stack 2. And then I'm gonna draw them, because I wasn't playing Hedora. So I was just like, well, no. But now I get my 2 best cards back. And also, you get stuffed one. Sorry, that's a you problem.
Yeah. Acidic Sludge is a dope-ass card.
Also,
and
Deflect
it's definitely
4 is so strong.
Yeah, Deflect 4 is also really good. Like, it is easily one of my favorite cards already from the set. Like, the card is just so cool.
Yeah, they went kind of crazy with the combos in this set, from what I can tell so far.
Except for actual combo.
Which is why I know RIP. But which is why I read that card and looked, and I was like, man, I want to see what we could do with Bo with this card and just all the other stuff that she has access to. I'm going to make a terrible decision, as I always do, and make a Beauregard list. Because I think that character is just so cool. And I did test hands and stuff with that deck I built, and I was like, man, this is actually cool, but I probably won't live long enough for this to actually matter. But it's so cool.
So true, bestie. So true. But you're not going to live.
No, I won't. But, Bryan.
That's me.
My knight in shining armor. How'd your pre-release go?
I actually haven't had mine. Unfortunately, the pre-release kits in my area have been delayed by something. I'm not sure what. I'm not privy to that information, so I have not done one yet.
Oh.
But I mean, except for the ones I did at Worlds, which were a blast. As far as like the pre-release in general, this set is awesome. I think this set's really freaking cool. Just getting to play all the cool things. I love sealed stuff. I love draft. I really wish they'd kind of stuck to their guns about draft being a thing in some regards, because I had a blast when we drafted Yu Yu Hakusho to figure out how draft works.
Yeah.
When you all came over to my house and we did that, I was like, this is so fun.
Yeah. Dark Tournament, dope set.
It was. That too. It was also a Dark Tournament, so there was extra cool stuff. We pulled a Chrome.
Yeah.
There's just all sorts of cool things going on during that. But
it's just a shame that it was Yusuke.
Yeah. If only it had been somebody cool.
Like EA.
Like EA.
Or Karama. Or hell, even Kuwabara.
Heck yeah. I could have put Kuwabara on the wall and never used him and not felt bad about it. But yeah, so overall, I think this set's really cool. Pre-releases have just been, like, as far as, like, sealed play, I feel like has just been stepping up, pretty much getting better and better since I joined the game and started playing. My first pre-releases were fun, and then as we got further and, like, we've kind of standardized what we're doing, I think they've just gotten better and better. And I do think this is, like, if not the most fun I've had in a long time, it's definitely in the top, like, 3 of sealed events in general.
Yeah. I mean, we have all said it. Sealed of Reign of Kaiju is dope and a lot of fun. I mean, it helps that you have all these cool characters with a lot of dope words on them. So, I mean, what's not to like?
Pretty much.
Now, I do actually want to propose a question that may be an easy answer, and probably just will do nothing but waste time. But that's all I'm good for.
That's all we got is time to waste.
So I want to actually ask around, not just one favorite character of this set. Give me your top 3 characters of this set. Because I feel like over the course of this episode, we have talked about the one character we're like, yeah, this is my GOAT, the one character I want to play. So to make it a bit more interesting and also more of a discussion than just talking about the characters we kind of already mentioned for our number 1 pick, pick 3. You got your gold, your silver, your bronze. And I think I'm going to pick on James for this one. What are your 3 characters?
So for me, I think top 3 is Batra, number 1, the one I'm most interested in looking at.
I told you! I'm going to ride that high!
You know what? Actually, I don't think it's that cool anymore. I don't know. I was not, like, I wasn't, like, the biggest on Godzilla Titanoterra when I first read it. I don't know. After playing it in the pre-release, it seems pretty cool. Like, it's not like it's kind of a lame answer because it's just like, this is the good character from the set. But I don't know. Like, it felt fun. Like, it felt fun, and it was kind of crazy to just be able to, like, yeah, here's my 5 difficulty attack at the end of my string for free. I'm a 7-hander with 28 health. Like, I don't know. It's kind of messed up.
You also get the free build. You just build 3 and go, all right, I'm actually hitting you.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's very, very cool. Seems very strong. Will not be surprised if this character does extremely well. I don't know. There's actually a lot of characters I'm interested in for this set. I know.
Pick your bronze.
I think it's got to be Shin Godzilla. I think there's a lot of cool things that you can do with, if you just like take Reiner's kit and just move it over to Shin Godzilla, and you're just like, yeah, I'm going to blow up your foundations, I'm going to make a ton of power tokens, and then I'm going to kill you. I don't know. I think that's really cool. I would have to see how easily it can survive. Obviously, as a 7-hand size character, but
yep.
I don't know. I'm excited to see what can be done with it. It's a character I want to explore.
I mean, all 3 are really good picks. And 2 of them, 7-handers. If you squint, Titan of Terror is a 7-hander. So basically 3 7-handers.
Indeed.
You know what's really funny about Shin Godzilla? His attack, his enhance.
Nothing funny about Shin Godzilla.
His enhance says this attack gets +2 damage. If it deals damage, you may commit this card. If you do, your rival sacks a foundation. You can do that on your opponent's attacks too.
Yep, I've done that.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I talked about this when we were doing the character reveals, where if you have some damage negation or anything of that nature, you can give it 2 damage, take the 2 damage away, maybe even some more if you have more DR, partial block it or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I'll take 1. It dealt damage, I'll go ahead and commit and you sack a foundation. I'll get a health and a power token. Lamau, idiot.
Yeah, getting to debuild them 1 on their turn is cool. That character
I agree.
Has that cool ability.
It's a little messed up. I mean, it's kind of... Reiner did that before they rotted him. So
yeah, but he did it a million times, which is why it was not cool.
I agree. It was dumb. All right. Speaking of dumb, Jake, what's your top 3?
Got him.
Damn, bro. You really gonna do me like that?
He did do
I sure am.
Well...
Dunk you into the ether. Now give me your top 3.
No.
All right. Bryan, give me your top 3.
Sure. Okay. So, I think... Space Godzilla's up there. After playing him the pre-release, I was like, dude, this guy is sick.
Seeing him in action was very interesting.
I do think Batra's really cool. I think like there's probably a list where Batra's like a really good crackback character.
Yes.
Third character. I mean, it's got to be my boy Destroyer because I really want to figure out something with it. Because I think he's cool. If this was all the Godzilla stuff, it would still be the original Ghidorah. Obviously, would be in my top, but he ain't here, so he don't count.
He ain't here. He don't know you, little bro.
Yeah.
I mean, Destroyer, I think is a fair pick. Being able to just generate the 2 counters that you need, so you don't have to rely solely on what's in the set or his kit to give you the counters. He himself will facilitate the strategy. And if the game goes long enough, you being able to just threaten your rival with, hey, I get to just blow up 2 of your non-character cards. Like, I just pop 2 whatever cool cards you have down there. So if you don't kill me quick, I'm just going to keep destroying your stage. And if you're not okay with that, too bad. You need to figure something out.
Yeah.
Like, I think it is something that's easily respectable. Jake, how about it?
How about what, Andrew?
What are your top 3?
My top 3 what?
Steph, what is your top 3 Godzilla characters?
Oh, let's see. You know, one of them I already said, and that's Hedora, which was surprising to me. He seems really fun.
He's number 1.
He's not number 1, but I don't think any of them are
okay,
number
okay.
1 because I'm not sure. But like he's in the top 3 because I'm interested in him, but I have not played him yet, so I don't know if I'm actually gonna.
Order.
If I'm, I
So
don't,
you're
yeah. Mine's just kind of like they're all floating in the ether up there. Who knows?
they're all 3 getting all 3 medals. I get it.
The other one is Angerus because we pulled 2 crumbs of him, and also I played him the most, and he's pretty easy and fun. Like there's very little cards on his face. He's super straightforward, and he's got a ball. He turns into a ball. He's kind of like Sonic in a way, if you really
'Cause he
think
be
about it.
balling.
Actually, you right.
Yeah.
I might have to change my
He'd be
answer.
balling.
He do be like Sonic.
And that's a strong card, by the way. Angerus ball. Angerus ball? Yeah,
Angerus
that's what it's
ball.
called. Yeah, that seems very
Yeah,
strong.
Wish.com walk the dog.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kinda.
And then, geez, for my third, I consider Titan of Terror, but he looks a little too complicated. I really like Shin Godzilla as, like, the character Shin Godzilla, but he also looks a little complicated. I'm sure as I'm saying this, people are like, what the hell is she talking about? These characters are not complicated. It's complicated if you're me, okay?
All right, well, they don't have a voice right now, so they
That's
can
true,
just-
I have the
Because
voice.
you're making it mentally complicated.
You have to listen and disagree with me. That's fine. Yeah, so Shin and Titan of Terror, a little complicated for what I want to do, is how I'll say that. I don't know. Maybe Mothra because she's cute and defensive, possibly. I think I'm gonna say.
Mothra's a good pick.
I think I'm gonna say Shin because Shin will be the character I actually attempt to play because I like him so much. So yeah,
Fair.
Hedora,
That's fair.
Angerus, and Shin.
All 3 valid picks. All right, Jake. For the 3rd time, tell me your top 3 Godzilla characters. He's pondering. The orb.
Bro fell asleep.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
Wouldn't put it past him.
I was just thinking about it for a minute. So, like, I talked about Space Godzilla because I played him. He has become somebody I'm interested in. He's in my top 3 for
Space Godzilla's pretty dope.
agree.
agree to agree.
I will agree to agree. My number 1 is Jet Jaguar. Oh, have fun. I think he could be really good.
I actually thought he was originally from Ultraman, and then I didn't find out till like these characters got revealed. I was like, oh, he's a Godzilla character?
Yeah. And then I've been looking at Shin Godzilla a little bit. Like, I think Shin Godzilla is really cool. I messed around with Karasu back in the day, and he kind of reminds me of like a better
Yeah.
Karasu.
I mean, Reiner's a better Karasu. So
Yeah, I don't like Reiner though, and I don't like Attack on Titans. At least this IP I like.
Fair.
And I really, I don't know. I think Shin Godzilla is cool. So he's probably gonna be my number 3 spot. I do, however, wish that Hedora milled your opponent.
No.
That way Andrew would never want to play it, and I'd always have something fun to play against.
That's
That's cringe as fuck.
fair.
No, it's not. It's cringe.
We'll have to agree to agree.
We're
I'll,
agreeing.
I'll disagree to disagree. How about that? How about the...
Nah, dude.
As for my top 3, because I didn't give my top
Are
3
you
yet.
still talking? Anyway, so leave us a comment down below telling us about your top 3. Who are you really excited to build for Godzilla?
Jake,
Reign of Kaiju.
shut up. Shut up. It's like, stop. You violated the law. Shut up.
Violated the law.
You've committed crimes against Skyriman people. What say you?
I say you.
Exactly.
As for my top 3 of this set, number 1 is going to be Batra. He was the first character. I was like, no, yo, I'm so in on this guy. I love what he does. He gives stats. He takes away speed. He messes with your rival stage, whether it commits it or seals it. It's dope. My number 2, honestly, think I'm going to give it to Mothra. 2 and 3, I was kind of bouncing back and forth. But after playing Mothra in pre-release, I definitely have a lot more appreciation for this character and may try to cook something up for Mothra because I really enjoy the playstyle. But number 3 is actually going to be Gigan, not Gidan, Gigan, the space monster. He can draw cards, he gives damage, can also give speed. Eventually, if your rival gets low enough, he's just constantly drawing cards, which is pretty sick. Has the air symbol. Air symbol is my favorite symbol, and I dabble a little bit in the evil symbol, so I can see myself playing Gigan a decent bit. But with all of that said, I do believe that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode. We greatly appreciate you watching the video on YouTube. Leave a comment down below who you are most looking forward to building for Reign of Kaiju, who your top 3 of this set would be. Would love to hear it down in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel as well, and ring the bell button. Click the bell button, ring it, so you don't miss out on future content. And if you're listening on Spotify, don't forget to rate the podcast. It really helps us out, helps us get seen out in the ocean of podcasts that is over on Spotify. We greatly appreciate it. But I'm Andrew. My feelings are hurt.
I'm Steph, and I'm gonna open these boxes. Wish me luck.
I'm Jake. 3.
I'm Bryan. I gotta go crack some more packs.
And I'm James. I'm just the other guy.